Hello comrades, this is Shetty here, and as you guys can tell by the title, inside today's video, I'm doing my review of The Collector, so let's get right into it. So some of the reviews of this film are: IMDb gave it a 6.4 out of 10, and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 29 out of 100. The director of the film is Marcus Dunstan. The budget was $3 million, and in box office made $9.44 million. The plot of the film is: desperate for money to pay off a debt, a man targets a wealthy family's home and plans to break in and steal a valuable gem. He soon learns that he picked the wrong night to carry out his plans, for a masked madman has gotten there, imprisoned the family, and lined the mansion with deadly traps. So I did like The Collector. Overall, it's a really entertaining movie. The cast in this is pretty good. Josh Stewart's actually pretty good as Arkin, and I think Arkin's actually a pretty likable character. Also, The Collector really isn't your typical, mass killer. He's actually a pretty interesting character, and I would really like to see his backstory explored inside future installments in the series. And in case you are wondering, I haven't seen the sequel, The Collection, yet, but I definitely will check it out just because, I really enjoyed this film and just the way it ended off, and there's also the third one coming out this year. And I actually read that this was originally supposed to be a prequel to Saw, and that's pretty apparent whenever watching this, like all the traps that are set up in the house. But I would have liked to see some of these traps used, because they actually look pretty cool, but we don't really get to see them used. So I do hope for a sequel we get to see more of the cool traps used. Also, like, the whole house is boarded up and all sorts of stuff like that. Like, how much time does this guy have that he can board up all the windows, set up all these traps, just stuff like that in the movie that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. There's a lot of good practical effects inside this. I still stand by my opinion that good practical effects in a horror movie look so much better than anything CGI. There's also some really cool shots in this movie, and I'm really glad they left a lot of the gruesome stuff off screen. There's really only one thing that I don't like about the movie, that being the ending. Not because it's a cliffhanger, just because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and it's really dumb. I don't understand why the Collector would wait to steal Arkin whenever he's in the ambulance. If he really wanted to see him, why wouldn't he do it in the house? And how did he not get caught? Because we get to see that there's really only one road going up to the house, and it's a really secluded house. So how would he manage to get in his car, drive past the police, crash into an ambulance without anyone noticing, and stealing Arkin without anyone noticing? There's just stuff like that inside the movie that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But overall, I really enjoyed this film, and I'm really excited to see The Collection, the sequel, and also the third film, which is coming out this year. It's a really entertaining movie, and personally, it's one of the best horror movies that I've seen this year, and I'm going to give The Collector a 9.1 out of 10. That's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to Comrade, drop a like on the video, and turn that post notification bell. Make sure to go check out my last video, and I will see you guys in my next one. This is Chase signing off. Peace out.